Thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs. Today we're going to do a little building tutorial for the Paladin Enforcer Sanctioner pattern Automata. So I wanted to add one Sanctioner to my Underhive base gang and my Ash Waste base gang. Now we are going to build this one. So I built this according to instructions, but I didn't glue in the arms. And what that allows you to do is I can start switching weapon loadouts. Now, since the weapons are loaded into the shoulder joints, and everything's collapsing now, because I leaned on the table, these are popping out a lot. They weren't before. Alright, I might magnetize those later. I don't know, we'll see how they perform on the table when I'm moving them out. But these are actually pretty simple to magnetize. But thing you should know, like I said, you can't, since the weapons are mounted into the shoulders, you can't do every weapon option in every combination that the rules allow, but I wanted to get close enough. And when you read the instructions, we're going to do this one. This is just pretty much following the instructions. This one I took some more liberties in, modifying the stance, and if you want to put weapons on the right shoulder, most of the instructions are for the left shoulder, so watch out for that if you try to reverse them. But let's see how many bits I've got left over. I love that about Necromunda kits. I'll be able to use these legs for other stuff, but that's for future videos. So let's go ahead and get started on building this guy. Alright, to start assembling our little Sanctioner pattern Automata, got my baking tray to catch all the bits that fly away when I start cutting the sprue. Got my instructions, and I'm going to open them up to a page right there. And we are going to start by taking our sprue here. Get some nice sharp clippers here. And what I'm going to do is you'll find there's little numbers all around the sprue frame here. So let me see which one. I normally like to cut out number to number. Okay, so alright, I'm going to take the flat edge of my blade, fit it tight to the model. Just make sure as tight as we can go without cutting the model. That was piece 7. Why would you go in order? See, it says P7 right there. That's a ball joint. There's P7 all the way over here. Try to orient it like it's part of it. And so what we'll do is we'll just keep going down these little parts here, and we'll keep cutting these out. Piece 1. So I started cutting out the left side page here, started doing the right. There's this little bend, so I've got to pick which side, otherwise the pieces start rolling. So we'll do this one next. But what I wanted to show is on the next step, what we're going to do is when you clip these things out, you'll see that there's actually like these little nubbins, and we'll take a little X-Acto blade, trim those down. Very important in Necromunda models because it's got a very tight tolerance fit. There. So if you leave those little nubs sticking out, a lot of times they'll affect the fit. Then what we'll do is, we can keep the camera steady, take a little metal file, and we'll take out the mold line, so you can see these little nubs are where the frame fits into the sprue, and there'll be this little line that connects them. So we'll keep going around and cleaning these pieces up. Well, not the most exciting part, very important for the fit and the look of the model. A lot of times on the like other Games Workshop lines like Space Marines or whatever, this isn't as important because they'll still fit together. But Necromunda models are a little bit higher test. Now we've got all our bits cleaned up here, and I selected the Pacifier Assault Claw and the Sanction Pattern Man Catcher when I cut out of the sprue, because you can see the upper arm and shoulder joints are consistent, but you gotta select a lower one, and we'll discuss magnetization in a little bit here, but you can see they really try to lock into one arm selection. But we'll start gluing, keeping tweezers on standby because some of these bits are tiny, but we'll go ahead and get out our plastic glue. I like plastic glue just because it gives me a little bit of play after I stick something. So we just run thin bead there. Squeeze 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. One, two, three, 4, 5. Alright, little peg in the back. Slot in there. Okay. I have to admit, expensive but well machined. And this one, not a lot of slop in the design here. Okay, over that. Starting to get on my fingers. Okay. Just let it slowly bleed out. Oop. Hate it when that happens. Got it all nice and set. Okay. Let's get my... come on, guys. Is that how it's supposed to go? Okay, let's see. Supposed to fit in there. Let's give it a little squeeze test here. Okay. Let's just double check fit. Okay. Yeah, it's all lining up. Math checks. They advantage. This is one of those advantages. If I need to tear down and rebuild, it's not like super glue. Okay. So this is supposed to go in the back. Alright, that little indent. Okay. Now this will sound a lot like me muttering to myself, but that's okay. Alright. So let's go ahead and dry fit this on. Yeah, I guess. Huh. Should have had more confidence in myself. Okay. Okay, so we've got the outer carapace. So, and that's why I have a baking sheet. It's for when the piece shoots off like that. So I got little tiny piano fingers, piano player fingers. Gosh, some of these Necromunda bits are just teeny. Alright, so let's do the head. Okay, let's get a good front-on shot here. So, play around. Alright, so we're going to set you down and let you dry. Alright. Now we're going to let that cure, and that's actually pretty convenient because we can move into doing the legs. There we go. Makes me think of the knight armigers. Which you still haven't put together. Actually, I could probably use these. Okay, which way? On the back. There we go. There's 2 leg options here, so we'll try this one out. Okay, that's where it goes. Alright, it's this little slot right down here, apparently. So I was just thinking, this is a lot like a knight armiger. For how many leftover pieces I'll have, I can make a giant. Come on. Trying to hit that tiny little slot. Alright, let's let that dry for a little bit. That was a bit of a pain. Okay. Come on, outer guard. Trying to find the piece. There we go. So the trick is you gotta kind of look at it upside down. Make sure you're hitting the slot right there. Make sure it lines up in the front. There we go. Alright, so we can start working on the waist now. Where is this supposed to go? Oh, lower bolts. Ah, that fit on there beautifully. Stumbly fingers. Come on. Alright. Put a little dab right there. So I guess you could cut these off, start picking your own positions for the legs. I'm liking it a lot already. So you got a lot of posability in this. So let me set him down. So I set his legs down and I'll position his torso. And leave him there. Get the right angle that I want as it sets. And while he's doing that, let's go ahead and start messing with this guy's little tiny fingers. Oh my god, the fingers are so tiny. So tiny. Normally I can just use my little, oh man, I'm blanking on tweezers. The pieces are so angular that it's squeezing out. Should probably work from... Should probably started with the pinky and worked my way up. Okay. Okay, and this is another reason we use plastic glue. Give me a little bit of play before I set in. There we go. And you'll right there. Okay, so its little prongs out. So we'll squeeze that together, double check the fingers, rotate it around, make sure we got the knuckles the way we want them. Okay, so it appears we want to run a bead of glue right through there. Okay. Hey, finally got to use the tweezers right. Cool, that little arm is done. Now let's move on to the Sanctioner pattern man catcher. Did I forget to cut out a piece? Yes, I did. Alright, fix that oversight here. So, let's go ahead. Remember, it's curved side in towards the weapon, apparently. Alright. Yay! Another save by the baking tray. Okay, so this part, what am I trying to do here? I'm thinking non-linearly, that's all right. Okay. Alright, let's put this little missile pod on. Okay, and now the actual mandible part. There. Realized I tucked his arm a little too much that way, but since I used plastic glue, let's fit. I'm going to need a little bit more. I'm going to need a lot more to fit around that leg. double check this arm. Okay, so that one started to glue a little too much. So I stretched it back out, put a little bit more on there. Alright, so let me take the little cap. There we go, pushed you back out. There we go. Should have paid more attention at how the arms would fit with the legs splayed out like that. But fortunately, we had plastic glue to save the day. Alright, now let's get these last two shoulder bits cut out. Alright, we got our shoulder pads out. Now, what I've noticed is I thought I might have to magnetize it. When I look at the fit, it actually fits in there pretty well. I don't think I'll have to magnetize. The only thing is when I prime it, I'll prime with the arms off, so I might have to clear some of the primer off, because the primer will add an extra layer in there. But I wanted to fit the arms in, and we'll go ahead and try to fit that. Now I don't want any glue leaking down on there. What I want to see is, can I get the arm out? Yeah. Alright, so I can get the arm in and out. So I want to glue these with the arms out. Just a little touch of glue right there. Because my thought is, I am going to make one of these guys for like a underhive base, one of these guys with an ash waist base. I want their arms to be interchangeable. That looks like that's going to be possible. Alright. So let's affix it to the base. Just the toes in that one since he's walking. So let's center him. Ooh. On the base. Yeah, that's good. And go let him dry on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another one, put him on ash waist base, and then I'm going to build the other arm variants using this complete sprue, and that way it'll give me 4 arm options there. Now what I need to get another set so I have extra left arms, so I'm probably going to go for the mauler and that there, but we'll call it a day right now. Alright, well, thank you for joining us at Miniature Wargaming Labs, and we'll see you next time.